Hey there, welcome back. Marius here, and today we have Icarus. Let me tell you what is 14.56 times better than Lucky Strike. Let's jump right to the game and I'll show you a few more things. There will be backup, data, information, quality, talent points, well, the point that is way better than Lucky Strike, and the reason why I don't like this game anymore as much. So let's start with this one. This is the character I needed to show you because I could do all that and it was testing and all that was done with this character. You play a few times, some other games, and yeah, that's it. That's what you get. Basically, game just decides, yeah, that character must be killed. So let's move on. You got all the information, don't worry, it will be just different format then. So what we are going to do today is we take a look at Lucky Strike. This is the so popular and awesome thing, which is actually not. So first off, why I'm here is I need to show you 1, 2, 3, 4 talent points must be put in here to acquire it. But it is, if we simply ignore the fact that this is the highest level talent point, that means you need 12 points in total in Hall 3 to actually unlock it. Not only to link those 3 previous talent points that also require some points to be ditched. It's not a big problem because my core build also includes, you see the talents I already show you, but for total from scratch we can consider that Lucky Strike requires 13 points to be acquired, and that is not a lie. Okay, so I'm trying to work here. But what we have in our second corner, on the opposite corner, another contestant, absolutely greatest point, basically the big pick without the big pick. This is the actual winner right away, and I'll explain why. I'll try to be quick because, yeah, I can't jump in the game because my character is just killed. Okay, so if you noticed, yes, it requires, it's the first level, well, second level, second tier talent, so it requires 4 points to be dumped in this constructions tool talent tree before it becomes unlocked. And then it is upgradable, so 2 points more, so 6 points in total, which is about half of the price for the other talent point. Just saying. But yes, there is some extra points. And anyways, you can go either route. You can see, I will just, I don't know, show you, like, for example, this, but I am not big fan of this careful hit. The pickaxe durability is not a big issue. The better pickaxe you have, it actually is way durable. So I was thinking and I was going with speed because that would actually mean you gather even faster than you already would be gathering the resources, and that's quite fast. Okay, so either way, the first actually I went for discount for access and Picksmith, so this is one I actually want to have. All right, but that's up to you. That doesn't matter. Those first 4 points, pick whatever you want. I would advise maybe something like this. But then we are talking about mining radius, and I already touched this at other video where that was just a theory that this is actually amazing. And with my this poor character, I prove myself right, and the talent point works just wonderfully. And yes, I have a recording of that character and how that actually going to happen, how that the impacts, you will see all that. But before that, sorry, not sorry, you know my channel, I am going to explain and give you all the details how the hell I came up with this number, which is 14.56 times better, is one against another talent points. So I will, you see there's 4 pictures in 4 etaps. I will explain and give you all the math. If I make a mistake anywhere, just write down in the comment section, or if you need more explanation or whatever. Let's start with simple and quick thing. Here, picture 1, 4/3 times, this is times p, that's a constant number, times radius in third, what's the, well, 3 times. I don't know the term in English, anyways, you got the point. This is radius, basically. So this is constant, this is constant, only thing that is changing is our radius in our example, right? Because we have one radius, and then we have big pick, which increases by 2 points by 20%. So far so good. And this is for sphere, right? I also touched this a little bit in another video, but let me jump ahead. If in next this example, if you take a look, this is, I'm trying to draw, yeah, my drawings are amazing. This is half of the sphere. Why? Because when you make a hit with a pickaxe, that's the center of the sphere, you take a dent out of whatever vein, stone, whatever you're picking. There is impossible scenario where stone is, right? You can't hit in the middle of rock and take full sphere out of it. More realistic way to look at it is you will hit that one node, and then from there half of the sphere will be taken as a dent, that, right, the ore you pick up. So the formula basically changes from 4/3, you divide it just in half, as all of them are multiplied, you can take 2/3, or even further, I'm going just even further explaining basic math. If we take half of this half, basically I'm making a cut there, we can make 1/3. Why? Because in this game there is no magical wall, well, where you have a lot of ore in that direction. There is a vein where if you make a dent, if the dent is bigger, you're hitting a corner or something, you kind of are gathering the air, right? So that wouldn't be fair if we consider that you always pick like the half of the sphere of your pickaxe radius, right? So just going with the math, like it would be easier. You see, this kind of seems fair. That would be amount you actually can pick up. So 1/3 times p times radius in cube, or how it's, I don't know how it's in English math terms. So that far, so that's the formula we are going to use, and then we move on to picture number 2. Here we have the same formula. What I'm trying to do here is, okay, that's a bad, let me draw this additionally. So what I'm going to do here, what I'm doing here is, we need to take how much we can pick from before, then when we add 20% of our radius, right? That's what the talent point does, adds to the radius, and compare one against another. So basically this is one huge comparison. This is basically versus. On top of that we have our formula we agreed on, and below we have where radius is added. I'm just drawing the basic formula again with my ugly writing, and to show you math works like this. If you need to compare something against something, like we have 1/3 at this side, 1/3 at this side, they cancel out. In comparison, they will not impact anything. The same goes for P. P also we have in both sides, so that also cancels out. What doesn't cancel, what is not the same in both sides is, in one side we have radius, in other side we have radius which is 20% increased. So basically what we have at the end in the comparison, and that's how the math checks out, we have a radius. This is German R, where we have radius in cube, and then we have radius not plus, times. God damn it. Yeah, times 1.2 because it's by 20% increased, right? So that means in our scenario, doesn't matter. You know, we have a lot of pickaxes, different pickaxes. Basically, you have a cheat sheet here. Stone pickaxe, we have exact radius. If you forgot from the game, this is the actual numbers. But it doesn't matter because there is some radius, and then we have 1.2 times the radius. That's basically the difference. And of course, we are comparing the same pickaxe, just with increased radius. So now we have those x's in both sides, so at the end, they also cancel out. And what we have left is 1.2 in third... What it's not multiplied. It is multiplied 3 times with itself. Stupid. I needed to learn in math in English. Anyways, if you multiply 1.2 times 1.2 times 1.2, the outcome is 1.728. And that is basically the difference when you increase radius by 20%. This is just pure math. So far, we haven't touched even a game yet. This is how sphere works. If you increase sphere radius by 20%, radius, it means it actually increases in both sides. The diameter increases incredibly. The whole sphere expands way more. How much more? 72.8 times more. So this is the number you get when you increase radius by 20%. This is so far just a math. Now, so far we had it settled how much, and the thing is, remember we already took the, in the formula, it doesn't matter if you calculate it for full sphere or for half sphere or for 1/4 of the sphere. If you compare one against another, they cancel out, and at the end, only the difference in the radius plays a role. So, right? So far should be fine. If you're not that strong in the math, don't worry. That all comes together for this one little number. So, next up, we have, this is for Lucky Strike. For Lucky Strike, let me explain. How I see it is like this. You have 1% chance, right, to automatically gather the node. 1% means from 100 hits you need to make with pickaxe. From 100 hits, 1 hit will gather everything that is there. I will take absolutely best case scenario for this talent point. It means I'm looking currently just at stone pickaxe, and I explain why. In this scenario where we counted this for big pick, it doesn't matter what kind of axe we are talking about. Yeah, but here it matters. Why? Because the more times you need to hit a node, basically the worst pickaxe, that stone pickaxe, that increases the gathered vein basically bonus, right? Because imagine if you hit a node and that's your first hit, the full iron or whatever node you have, the same goes for oxide or sulfur, whatever. If that first one hit is Lucky Strike, then you basically save second, third, fourth, and all sequential hits on the node, they are all together gathered. And that means if you have the worst pickaxe, you just saved a lot of hits, right? And the worst pickaxe, 12 more probably, but I counted at least 10, approximately 10 times you need to hit, then you gather the node, okay? We can increase it as well, but approximately 10 times. And keep in mind, whenever you have a better pickaxe, that number, how many times you need to hit your node, decreases. So we are being generous here with 10 times. So now let's take a look at that 1%. Basically, what it means, you have 99 times you picked something, nothing happened. And then on that one lucky strike, you have two opposite ends. One can be scenario where actually you already gathered all the node, everything. There's just one last hit and then it will be grabbed. And if that one hit, that last hit on a node, triggers this lucky strike, basically it's wasted. There is no bonus. You already would be gathering all the node, and now the lucky strike, like, oh, I'm helping. You're not helping, right? So basically that means you save. That one hit is one hit. There is no additional bonuses, right? So basically, as I said, it is wasted lucky strike. That's the worst case scenario. Best case scenario, as I just explained, is when you just arrive at new node, it's full node, you hit it right away. That's your, after 99 unsuccessful hits with one hit, you gather everything, like 10 hits you just saved. So that's the range. It literally, this lucky strike will land. We are not talking about stone. Yeah, stone is different story. Stone, and that's gone. Stone is too easy, okay? No one cares about stone. So, in average, between 10 and 10, 1 and 10, there is on average, you will save, like, from million tries, you will have, that's how statistics works, you will approximately have 5 hits saved, or bonus hits from all your 100 hits. That's the bonus from lucky strike. And this is if we are talking about the worst pickaxe. If you're talking, for example, about titanium pickaxe, then actually titanium, again, the worst case scenario, that's the last hit, I gather without the big bonus, approximately 6. 6 is already the worst case scenario, let's say, when you gather all the vein. So here the bonus would be only 3, right? So we're not looking at that. We are already being generous towards lucky strike. So 5 bonus hits from 100 is simple. This is the bonus you have. Basically, you hit 100 times, and then on average, you gather resource that would be 105 hits. So you have extra 5 hits saved. So that is, yeah, that's 5% bonus. That's how good lucky strike is. Do I need to remind you what we have on this side of the screen? And that's basically how you come to picture number 4. 72.8. That's how much you increase the gathering sphere, the dent you make against that's the bonus, right? And then you have lucky strike bonus, and voila, 14 times better on average statistically with giving all the bonuses to lucky strike. This is big pick is a winner at this side of the screen. And I will show you, trust me, this video at this moment will turn tides, turn the tables and everything go sideways, but that's don't tell for those who are already running away and not watching all the video. So here I also showed one more thing. This is calculated at one side of this already checkmark. These are the numbers you have in the game. So stone pickaxe have 50 radius, then we have iron 60, steel 65, platinum pickaxe 70, and titanium 75. On this side of the screen is with big pick, what is the new radius, basically increased by 20%. So one odd thing is the first stone pickaxe feels really like a garbage. Just simple as that. It's so little. It's a nightmare. when it's increased, it, as you can see, it actually has the same radius as iron pickaxe. And then iron pickaxe has almost the same radius as titanium, like so far the best pickaxe in the game. Remember, from orbit, all the pickaxes have, even the best pickaxe, the newly introduced, has 60 radius. With this big pick, these all numbers are above and never seen in a game by anyone else who don't have big pick. That's why big pick is important. Don't let girls tell you otherwise, okay? So what I'm trying to explain is it has a huge impact, like huge, like 14.56 times huge, bigger impact than Lucky Strike. All right, last part, I need to show you real hard evidence, right? Because no one trusts no one these days. Yes, I do have them. Well, yes, they will be a little bit tricky. I still hate when the game does that. So here, this is a recording. I needed help so I can illustrate with big pick and without big pick. And if you're wondering, what are you looking at now? This is my dear friend helping me out, Mr. Zalais. It's in translation, it would be Mr. Green. Yeah, like Mr. Green. So he has we picked up, this is a steel pickaxe, because so we can gather every type of materials, but actually we tested out on iron ore. So what, he don't have big pick. He gathers the ore and I'm filming, he drops it and I check it. He gathered 33 iron ore. All right, now my turn. I have a big pick. Take a look. Take a look. I'm specifically gathering with less. I have only 31. And basically what we are doing, he's going at one side of the cave gathering iron, and you see he has a way smaller dent. It takes way longer for him to gather. But I noticed some little things, let's call things, that made me make this video. And I'm taking a look. 32 iron ore he picked. Okay, my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can gather with only 4 picks, and I have only 31. So this is where I'm coming at you, game, okay? You deleted my character. You killed my character. My, so far, the best talent build character I just recently created. So now it's payback time. Payback time is simple. I'm doing nothing bad, just exposing one little thing. The game mechanics is broken. This talent point actually is... Pardon, I just explained how good this talent point is with one asterisk. If it would work as it should, because it doesn't. It's broken. And it's broken, I will try to explain. Meanwhile, in the back you can see that it doesn't matter. So the thing is, the whole video, I will show you another video where we have different pickaxes. The whole point I try to prove myself also, and I'm now proving to you, is whenever you have a big pickaxe, big pick talent point, you gather resources way faster, but you gather them less if you don't have this talent point. So, despite the fact it is super awesome and gathers and huge dent and radius increased, every time, all the time, when I'm picking up an iron ore, it doesn't matter of the resource, I'm just picking up things, right? I gather less than my friend who just takes a little bit more time. And my explanation is simple. I will please forward it to the developers, because I'm not going to test their game because they can't make this shit working. But my theory is simple. You see, I gather with 4 hits. When I gather, I basically take, with 2 hits, I take half of the vein, half of the node out of it. And it seems like game give me as much iron as I originally would take. And that extra layer I'm taking out with my big pick talent point is not counted in. Basically, the whole chunk gives me as much as I would gather it normally. And what happens is, as I gather way bigger chunks, I gather, and half of that big dent basically is wasted. I have less material left, and that's how and now if you're looking at this is important, that side of the cave is all his droppings. They were going to be destroyed, not durability, but what it's called, duration, when they disappear. So we are gathering it. So we have two boxes. He puts all the ore he gathered in one box. I'm putting all the ore in another box. So yeah, my explanation is simple. As I'm going and making better, bigger chunks out of the iron ore, I am losing. So basically here I need to stop. This is my gatherings with this iron. We have 215. Now my friend, as funny as it gets, puts all the iron in his box, but he forgot one not slot, but one pile, because I'm going and I'm checking, dude, why you have so little? And he was like, wait, what? He's talking with his girlfriend at this moment, and I'm like, dude, you put all the iron? Doesn't seem fair, doesn't seem right. We saw how you gather all the time more. And then he's like, oh yeah, there's one more, sorry. So basically then he comes and drops in. The difference is 17. He gathered 17 more iron than me with awesome big pick. How frustrating this might be. So next we have exact same scenario, exact same cave. We are gathering now with titanium pickaxe. So titanium, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times. Yeah, that's how the game works. So he gathers 33. The same goes on and on and on. And I'm specifically gathering as little with as little hits as possible. That's 4 hits. And every time I gather, I have less than he has. So simple as that. As long as developers does not fix their fucking shitty talent points that doesn't work. I'm just reminding you, the reload speed, the bonuses, the weight, the armor, the everything in this game does not work. And this is the payback time. It's not me, it's you guys. You killed my character, so this is the payback. These developers are literally testing everything on the gamers. We are the testers. That seems to be kind of fine-ish. Now, it's not fine, it's totally stupid, but everyone does that. But the problem is, nothing in this game works. That's what's frustrating. Alright, nothing is a big word, but every time I'm looking at talent point and I'm going and I already mentioned this talent point seems absolutely best. I made a character for it and it is, I gather everything fast. And at the end, I'm the loser because I lose all the valuable items. So basically that talent point works, but it's shit. It's pure shit. And if you gather it, if you have it, you can't ditch it. So at this moment, as long as it's not fixed, avoid big pick like a plague. It literally just sinks and gives you less materials, resources than if you are without it. Once they fix it, some developer again is going in and like, oh yeah, right, we made the text that says you gather more, but yeah, you gather less. Let's finally make it happen. Until they make it happen, until they fix this freaking talent point, this is going to be an absolute no-go. I will skip forward to the point where I'm gathering again. Oh yeah, this time there was an iron ore that was too deep into the... I couldn't gather it all, so we are discarding that one try. I'm getting another... You know, the vein looked good, but it was, again, inside invisible wall. Currently, this cave we are currently filming most likely is now fixed. It is after they released the changes and everything. None of the patch notes mentioned they are going and fixing this talent point, so I expect it's not fixed still. There's a lot of things not fixed in the game. They are kind of slowing down quite a bit. So let me see, the video comes to the end. My rant is over, basically. I showed you how great this talent point can be. 14.56 times better than Lucky Pick, and it works every time, single time. You don't need to rely on something. Every time you hit, you make a huge dent. For stone, for everything, this just... I played it. I played with these characters. 36 level was the level. I lost. I killed it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 252 iron ore. This time my friend put all the ore at once. So you see, already we have whole... And he has more. He has more. Just because. Just because he has no talent point that is broken. Alright. That's it, guys. I hope they will fix the game. Otherwise, I'm already a bit pissed off for those talent points kind of saying one thing, but they actually don't work. Not cool. Not cool, guys. So, yeah. I'll leave it right here. We'll come probably next with another problematic video where I found something broken, as I always do. But I'll let you know what and how to build your characters better, so to avoid some frustration. Thanks for watching, we'll meet in other videos. Cheers.